are. So we are going to dive in and start talking about something that we have a really bad habit of doing to each other, ironically. We are very vocal about what we need for accommodations, and we just self-disclose. We've covered all this on the show. And we are failing with each other.
Big time.
It just happened how many times, just even on the way up to this room. So what's happening is that we're forgetting that the other one can't hear them.
Yeah.
So multiple times, Brad has walked into another room, or just now he walked into the kitchen and I was in the living room, and I just keep talking. He can't hear me. I know this. Doesn't stop me. We're walking up the steps. You're trying to talk to me from behind me. Again, we know this information. We don't know. No, we keep doing it. So we decided it would be good to do a quick little video about, can we hear each other? What accommodations do we do for each other? What do we need to remember to do for each other? And it is actually very funny because I think we are so used to being with people with typical hearing, accommodating for us, that we forget that we then have to do the same for someone else that's hard of hearing.
Absolutely, it's one of those do as we say, not as we do type thing. It's funny because like we're not in the other side of the spectrum very often because now we're more involved in the hearing loss community. But for our whole lives, it was really. I mean, I have my father, and so like I would remember to talk to him with that, but it's rare to have people in our lives that we have to accommodate. I mean, that's what it is. We have to do hearing accommodations. We have to make sure that we're not doing this,
right?
And we're not talking about another room. We're not like looking away. And I think we both enunciate more to each other.
Yes,
I think it's just a habit because we need it, and so it's an accommodation that we make. But the whole talking away from another room. We were recording last week in my place, and I did the same thing. I'm like, you want something? I was like in the kitchen. I'm like, she can't hear me. And it's because it's so ingrained. It's right. It's so habitual. And so don't feel bad if you have been on the wrong side of this equation and have been trying to get our attention or talk to us from a different room. Don't do it. But don't feel bad because you're not the only one that does it.
And for all the Catholics, today is Ash Wednesday.
Right.
I give all of you absolution. Going forward, if you goofed up the accommodations before, we forgive you on this day of forgiveness. Because we're doing the same thing and calling each other out on it and laughing the entire time. And matter of fact, right before Brad hit record, I forgot what we were doing like I do. I leaned over to him and I whispered in the silent room, "What are we doing?" And he's like,
I was able to read her lips because I was expecting that's what she was going to say because you do have a habit of forgetting what we're recording.
I know. It's awful. But here we are.
Yes.
So that's
it. Yeah, a little quick one, right? And they don't all have to be really long. Sometimes these are just anecdotal ones.
Yep.
But it is something that you have to keep in mind. And if you need to like repeat or rephrase what you said, don't assume we heard anything after you got up or turned around or walked away, because sometimes we do, but sometimes we don't.
Not super reliable. And then me with my attention deficit,
who are you?
Short-term memory, like
Goldfish.
Doug the dog from Up. Squirrel, that's me. Squirrel, oh hey, what? I'm gonna forget anyway. So whether I hear you or not, it's probably already gone. Anything else?
Not that I can think of. If anyone has any funny stories about this, because it is humorous. Don't keep doing it, but it is humorous. Please share any kind of stories you have. We'd love to hear those.
Oh.
Yeah, all right, so books?
So, in my theme of being completely unprepared...
Yeah, you have no book?
I have no book, but I have a snack recommendation.
A snack? Go for the snack recommendation.
It's right next to me. And
go for it. Teddy Grahams?
Can I tell you people about the magic of chocolate Teddy Grahams? I either never had them or hadn't had them about 20 years when I discovered these one day at Target a couple of months ago.
Oh, really? Is that new?
I can't live without them. They are just the perfect little sweet snack, and they're so cute. And after the day I've had, there's something so satisfying of biting off its head. So it's just remarkable. So this is my contribution right now because I'm completely unprepared.
That's fine. That's good.
That's what I got. What do you got?
I am very prepared. So I'm gonna show this. So my book choice. Oh, yes. Stupid. Technology.
I thought you were prepared.
I am prepared. I'm prepared and the technology isn't working. My book is, I don't know if you can read this. You're Not Listening.
Perfect title for what we just talked about.
By Kate Murphy. See, I am prepared. And so I can't do, I wrote, I'll post, I did a review of this when I read it a couple of years ago. It was fantastic, and I really can't do it justice by telling you about it. So I'm going to read a quote from Kate Murphy from the introduction to kind of give you a sense for what the book is about. In modern life, we are encouraged to listen to our hearts, to listen to our inner voices, and to listen to our guts. But rarely are we encouraged to listen carefully and with intent to other people. Instead, we are engaged in a dialogue of the deaf, often talking over one another at cocktail parties, work meetings, and even family dinners. Groomed as we are to lead the conversation rather than follow it. Online and in person, it's all about defining yourself, shaping the narrative, and staying on message. Value is placed on what you project, not what you absorb.
So it's like, I've heard this phrase this way before, that we listen to talk.
Yeah.
Not listen to listen.
Right.
We're listening to take our turn to respond and not actually.
Yep. So there's another saying is you have two ears and one mouth for a reason. And the whole book is about how you listen. And I think that, ironically, I've noticed as the more I get involved in the deaf community, the hard of hearing and deaf community, is hard of hearing people are excellent listeners. And that's a skill that not a lot of people have. And so read the book and you'll get better. You'll listen like a deaf person.
Cool. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, so it's good. But that's it for today. Nice and quick, little fun. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Good? All right.
I'm good.
Bye, everybody.